$1 million worth of game. We love all our supporters out there for rocking with us for so many years. We got everything going on wherever you like. Gilly on Sports, Where's Wallow, Adventures, whatever it is. What you need to do right now, I need you to push the subscribe button, but also share, like, go down below, get some merch. Share, like, get some merch, subscribe. We got more to come. Subscribe right now. $1 million worth of game. You're now tuned into $1 million worth of game. We got the one, the only, the legendary, the historical, the world's famous, the whatever, you know, all that stuff, whatever I mean. DeRay Davis, the legend.
How you gonna run out of shit to say?
No, because you know when you just
can't get bigger than that though.
You hyping somebody's name up, you trying to give them all the stuff, and then I just ran out of stuff to give them.
Or you do all that, then they be whack.
Yeah,
that happens too. Good intros and terrible outros.
Just be trash, huh?
Yeah, you've seen it happen, man. People fall out. Interviews is something different. You got to actually be yourself. You got to actually know the curtains is down most of the time.
Yeah, right. yeah, you right. That is real.
Eyes in the back.
It's something, man. You've been in the game for a long time, man.
Real long time, man. So I was 19. 19 in Chicago.
How's the journey been?
It's comfortable, man. It's always worked for me. I find I find comfort in the chaos. Once you can do that, then you'll win. If you can't find comfort in the chaos, then I've seen people come and go. I can't even remember some of the names of the greats in my mind at that time. Like, this dude is that guy, and then you don't see him no more, you know? And you're like, what happened? And it has a lot to do with that mirror, you know what I'm saying? It has a lot to do with that.
It seemed like, you know, comedians is like they really out there now, right now, you know, recently.
I love it. I love it, man. It came up and it was crazy, and it was like, from the interview, we ain't got to get into dropping names, from the interview.
Yeah,
The interview, man. And I had my talks about it, and I really don't talk to, I used to talk TMZ all the time, I be leaving. They said at one point, me and Too Short was the most talked to. We leave the club all the time, we talk TMZ. But I try not to as much because of the, it feels like a lot of it be bait, and a lot of it be, not just TMZ, but any interviews in most cases, you're being baited. But I don't believe that was happening that day. I think it was the barbecue, the barbershop, the whatever, you know what I'm saying? So had that person said my name even in the light, he said some great things about me before, but I'm sure, man, in the comedic essence, we always talk shit about each other. If you can't handle that, then why are we playing, man? The light was shined on comedy, and although some of the personal stuff was said was on how I handle things was unnecessary, but I don't know the history. We don't know the history of anyone and how their perception of what happened is what's the real perception? You talk to, let's think about it. We talking about stories like that. First of all, I love any stories, whether they be real or not. That's how we became of who we are. The drug game, the stories, what you heard about, what was real, what was fake, what grabbed you. The comedy's the same way. Stories you hear about Red Fox, like, did he really do that? He kicked 8 bitches out the limo? It could have been 1, but you like that big fish story.
Did he really kick 8 out?
I have no idea.
Oh, all right. Okay.
But the stories,
right.
And then you're gonna tell it again. If we really talk about stories, which is, I hate to get into everything going on with people getting in trouble and everything, and I'm talking about old crimes or whatever, dude, you could talk to a nigga right after something happened on the news, and that nigga will embellish or don't remember what happened.
Yep.
Shit just happened behind him. Dude, that homie had the gun. He shot at me too. He shot at me. Then that bitch almost got shot. And that nigga almost got shot. And it's right after. So how are we gonna take stories that are 10 years old and actually take them to heart? And I don't want to get into the all stories, but his story was, you know what I'm saying? It lit the fuse for just comedy. We more than just comedians. It means something to me about this bit. It means something about this joke. No one's perfect. Your favorite's favorite is that. And you like, and now as a comic, if I'm good, I could defend whatever that imagery is of me that was been presented. But it's some people that like, just comedically and not being on their bad side, that who nice with their hands in the street.
Right.
And then it's the, you know what I'm saying? It's at the court, then it's the street ball niggas. You like, all right, cool. So I was happy that just comedy alone, other than the people, when people were hurt or felt, because all these people that would discuss have helped me. Have helped me, man. I'm talking about Kevin being, I always talk about Kevin Hart was my roommate. But the fact he came, the reason he came, because I needed help too. I just wasn't never gonna say it. And he was like, yo, D, this rent this. I'm gonna be here for this no month time. I'm out of here. He told me that then. So when I hear something like someone who I love, like Katt Williams is pretty much, I'm only saying his name now because he is like Mike Tyson to us for comedy. Because no matter what happens, you want him to win. Ain't that crazy? Like even no matter what, you like if Mike said he's fighting tomorrow, regardless of everything you've heard and said, you want to watch it. And to further that analogy, if that's the proper word, because I ain't do good in school, but I'm doing all right now. You know what I'm saying? Even now, Holyfield, that was a big deal. That was removal of all grace, and he sat down with him. Mike's sat down with Holyfield. That could not show you how comedy. We're much milder than that. Right. You know what I'm saying?
And Mike tried to bite that nigga head like a chicken
Dude,
nugget.
he still got some of his, like literally some of his DNA, like it's circulating, like he's sitting next to him. He's sitting next to him. Basically related in some form of fashion. You know what I'm saying? And they can still work through. So I know comedy could be that. And it definitely sent the ticket sales up for everybody. The people that didn't need sales, which whatever got on the internet with me talking to the GOAT and all that, it was unneeded for him at the time because I live in both worlds of it, and that's what I was trying to convey. I have been in the bigger movies. I've been in from the 21 Jump Streets to Who Made the Potato Salad. I had fun in both.
Oh, yeah. Who Made the Potato Salad? That
One
was
of my funnest. Yeah,
that was my shit.
No, I love it. I love that movie, man. Man. Wanted to do part 2 to this day, no matter what. I still in some kind of way want to, but I'm saying I've been on both sides, so I see the comedians who eat crazy, and I've made crazy money doing this. But I've also had some tough times where I had to be helped, so I've lived in both worlds. So when I seen it happen right at the split, I was able to decipher whether it was good for comedy or not, and no one could tell me different, regardless of what your status is brought upon by yourself, how hard you've worked, where Hollywood saw you, whatever got you where you are to be that person. Nothing you could do to detour me from what my thought process was because I live in it. When niggas talk about being in a club, sometimes when they rapping, I'll be like, you wasn't there, bro. For real, I'll still be out. I'm the only comedian that be. I don't know nobody unless they got 8 other comics with them or they did go in the cellar. I be out, bro. Like so, I seen, and I mean that because Monday raised my Monday night show. Comedians be needing $50, and I've seen somebody get $30 million deals, and I've seen this person hurt. Like I'm funny in him, and that person, I can't judge that. But what I can do is see who's benefiting from whatever this moment is, because I don't live in minutes, I live in moments. And that moment for comedy, people start researching us. That nigga did, wait. And nobody, and people still, and this is gonna blow over. And it was a Band-Aid. People not paying attention to that either. We so worried about what comedian got mad at this, got mad at that, which and a lot of times it's none of our business, not meaning like, it's the world business when they talk about it. I'm talking about comedians. My uncle and auntie talking. Do I think certain, if you hear my auntie is Monique and my uncle is DL Hughley.
All right, cool. I understand what you're saying.
My auntie is Monique, who fed me. Always funny, and DL same, and I'm supposed to get in the, I'm sitting back like, you laughing though, you're like, but you better not say what you thought was funny. That's state business. Right. And it brought a light on whatever it is. And after this, because it's all out, regardless of what was happening, and maybe to the most part for everyone, they'll heal. We fought. We see who got hurt in what instances, and now we can make some Harlem Nights again. Now we can make greatness again. And everybody's like, oh, they working together? Imagine some of the people you think got beef if they actually put out one song for real, but we can't because we're like, oh, we got to keep it separate because we the only motherfuckers got to keep it separate. So that's just my take on the whole comedy shit. But can't nobody tell me what I felt or what I thought, what my perception was when I'm sitting in it. I'm sitting right here watching the shit. I'm like, oh, that nigga just sold out. That nigga just sold out. People finna ask this nigga questions. And for a week, we weren't worried about everybody and how they ate. Everybody, the cocaine dropped in the water. Everybody had a boat. The cocaine dropped, the cartel didn't show up, and all of us were sitting with a boat like, you know what I'm saying? That's what it was, the comedy crack era. Everybody's like, what do we do? Fuck that shit. We out of here.
Right.
You've never seen a cocaine movie ever in your life where they left the coke. Name one. Name one movie where they accidentally found some coke and left it. Name a writer somewhere who thought the coke was in the water.
We leave him with it.
Not even just that. If you ever see a movie and there's a shootout, you see him take the coke and he walks out the room, you be like, he better go back in for the money. If there's ever a murder, if it's a drug deal in the room in a movie, and you see everybody die, but one person get up and he grab the coke and run out, you be like, he better go back for the money. Like, that's what it is. That's what it was. It was that moment that it was an abundance of mixed emotions with who should have said what, shouldn't have said what. What did Shay do wrong? Sat back, talk, ask questions like you both do. And then what about this? If you're not about know nothing about comedy, then you're gonna ask questions, and then you're gonna. The more you give me, the more you know what I'm saying. And we drank, and what there was a yak. It had to be yak in the cups.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by DraftKings. We're excited to announce our partnership with DraftKings. DraftKings will be our one-stop shop for all things betting. This week, new customers who deposit $5, listen to me, new customers who deposit $5 or more can get a no-sweat bet up to $1,000 on any sport. What's a no-sweat bet? I know that's what you're asking. It's just like getting an offensive rebound. You miss, opportunity to get a bonus bet back. It's just that sweet. DraftKings, what are we talking about? Why would you download and bet with anybody else? You can also follow what all of your favorite Barstool personalities are betting on by joining the Barstool betting group on DraftKings Sportsbook app. So you can see what I'm betting, what Big Katt is betting, what Dave is betting. Dave just won $1 million not too long ago betting on the Michigan championship game. So you can see what we're betting. And if you like, you can bet with us. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use code GILLY. I took a pause because I'm giving you a chance to get your phone out and download the app right now so you can use code GILLY. New customers can get the no-sweat bet up to $1,000 if you lose your first bet only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code GILLY. That was me giving you some more time to put your phone out and download DraftKings Sportsbook so you could pop in code GILLY. The crown is yours. Download DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code GILLY. New customers can get a no-sweat bet up to $1,000 if your first bet loses. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code GILLY. The crown is yours.
So yeah, man, that's I'm sorry if I took long talking about it, but that's how I felt about it. I felt like no one's life was interrupted. People benefited. My ate, and whoever didn't eat was already eating. It's already full.
So you and Kevin Hart was roommates back in the day before he got on.
Kev kind of was on, man. Like this was funny too. Like even knowing stuff, like knowing what a TV deal was, and we all had development deals. Myself, Corey Holcomb, I believe, had one. These were big deals back in the day. We're talking about 6-figure deals just to sit down in Hollywood. Kev worked for that. We all went to the festivals, and we got money to relocate. I already had some other money for some other stuff. I was out and about already. Yeah. When I landed in Hollywood, I won the Laugh Riots, which they gave me a Volkswagen. This is funny to this day. I tell the story just for people to think clearly now, but they gave me a Volkswagen, then gave me the money to pay it off, this Comedy Central deal. Volkswagen dealership was right next to the Lexus dealership. I said, take this, put it on that. Don't do that, kids. Don't do that, kids. Because when the money ran out for it, don't do that. I was hiding that car. So if they give you something in Hollywood, you take what they gave you. Don't, because they wanted that. They put it next to that, and they knew a nigga was coming there, and they knew I would look and see the Lexuses. They knew it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so we all had deals. So I think it was a good way to save money, because when he did it, when he moved in, I needed it. Like I have a house in Chicago, which I bought immediately as soon as I got on some money, and kids, and I wasn't working as much, and I didn't know how to do comedy club stuff. That all was kept. Like, because I was so much, I pretty much owned everything I had. My comedy club, my promotions. I taught motherfuckers how to promote. You ever talk to any of these dudes who throw these shows? They'll tell you in Chicago, I do my own show still once a year out there, my own, no I am my own Live Nation. I am my own AG, which is why it's always so difficult for me to make deals because I know all the numbers. Because it's show business. Like, this comedy shit came natural. What's the real business of it? You know what I'm saying? The pimpery is dead. But during the process, if you don't learn these things, you learn as you go, and then it's too late. You're part of the machine. So what I had the knowledge is I ran the comedy club, owned the comedy club, owned my name, and I was like, this is how I want to still maintain this part of the business. Mm-hmm. Kev saw the bigger picture of if you go about it this way and you take these, you build these blocks. He always seen it like that, like. And I was like, no, man, it's a dope game, man. We out here. And you know what I'm saying? And that's one of the things that makes him brilliant. Mm-hmm. One of the reasons you can never hate on that. So in that essence, that's what led to him being like, yo, let's split this, do this real quick, because when I make my next move, I'm gonna do that. It was all calculated for him.
Mm-hmm. Now, Kev basically gave you the game on another level, but you couldn't see it, you saying.
Yeah, the business side of it, but I was also angry, man. The world
Why you was angry?
Well, I know now. I mean, it had a lot to do. You can't blame anybody for what you retain. Mm-hmm. But I'll say, like, my relationship with my mom was just really crazy. And when you're searching for, when you're already comfortable, like comedy, I was always comfortable. It's just what I do. Mm-hmm. And with comedy, it's comedy, and then love. Mm-hmm. What did I love more? What, and those, they gave me the same rush, comedy and making love and being with, because I was like, oh, I'm upset, and this is the world I need to live in order to even put up with what was going on at the time, and what I was trying to face and but I don't like to talk because I'm not a soft guy, and not like I'm weak, I'm not gonna be upset. I'm saying I'm here. Mm-hmm. So to talk about it would only be like adding extra anchors to this boat that don't exist no more, that I've been lifting up. But I do it to be inspirational, let people know, like, your parents' lives aren't all your life. And as Black people, we teach our kids all the time, a lot of places you owe me, and you really don't. My daughters don't owe me anything for them being here. You know what I mean? And we feel, when we have to, and people don't notice that's what's going on with us when we piss too. That's why we go to the comedy shows, want to see a nigga talk about some crazy shit, because it's like, I'm sitting at home, my mom's doing this, my dad, talking, she mad at me about this, about that, this and that, and we live with it. At the same time, I talk so much. You got to have the balance of knowing who your mom was when she did have you. Young woman, your dad was a player type motherfucker, whatever that happened with that, you do remind her of him. No matter what goes wrong, you are for her. So all that was happening, and I think I was battling with it. Like, it was never like Hollywood, but I was like, I definitely didn't feel like I needed it at one point. All my moves I made on my own. Almost to this day, I could think of a few people that helped. I've been in, but there's no one who's like, I could dedicate like this person other than me being in the room, but like, I'm supposed to be here, down to the All-Star Comedy Jam, like the whole Shaq thing. Like, Shaq had put me on shows before, myself, Shaq, I think Aries, Shaq always did yearly comedy shows. Mm-hmm. First Magic Johnson, I think, had the weekend, and Shaq did the weekend. But I got an email from Jeff Flanagan, and it was like, yo, come to the All-Star. It was an invite. Mm-hmm. I was like, what? The All-Star Comedy Jam? I wrote back, ain't no All-Star Comedy Jam, let's DeRay on it. Mm-hmm. He's like, yo, cool out, you want to do it? I'm like, hell yeah, I want to do it.
Jeff Flanagan. He used to shoot movies and stuff, right? Movies, TV shows, great producer. Yeah. Used to be with Master P. I think he did some stuff with Master P. Yeah. Back when they... Him, Tamara Goins, those people always putting that. Yeah, no, dog. Miracle Maker. I think he still works with Heartbeat, but I don't want to say it and I know. But him and Kevin are partners on a lot of stuff. He's a smart guy. But that's how I got on. I'm just using that as an example of that's how that, barbershop, Tim Story came to see me at the Improv, asked me to come audition actors. So I was sitting on his side and auditioning Eve, and Sherry Shepherd came in and read for. I remember Mike Ely came in and read, and then they let me read for Mike's part, but I sucked. And then he was like, "Oh, you want to be in it?" And then Ray Raider and my name in the movie was Hustle Guy. I went to Cedric in the movie during the movie, and I said, "I need this to help my comedy. Call me Ray." Because my name is DeRay. I said, call me Ray, so people can equate Ray to DeRay for my first movie. That's always how I thought anyway. I was like, let me put my stamp and shit like that. So most stuff I got, I hustled for. So I'm not saying that
the proper way and the protocol and the, what is it? I'm just really unorthodox when it comes to maneuvering through everything. You know what I'm saying? Life, love, like I never want to be in a box, never want to be uncomfortable with something, because then I don't think I would accept it properly.
Was it ever a time, you know, when you come from the hood, right? We in the hood, people in the hood is big on always, when somebody blessing hit, they always believe that supposed to have been their blessing, or they believe, how did he get that blessing and I'm better than him? Has that ever hit a moment in your career where you seeing people getting deals or get a big movie or get something and you sitting back like, oh, I'm funnier than this nigga. I'm funnier than her. Was that ever hit you?
Every day I think I'm funnier than everybody, because I prove it daily being funnier than everybody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's not even that. And people gonna be like, oh, whatever. I treat it like basketball, like sports, like boxing, like whatever. Whatever you want to do to prove it that you are, you got to prove it. But you won't let me go on stage before you, because you know what I do. And if there's any bit of me in like this, if any bit of my style, my anything, my arrogance, if you've taken any of that, I won already. I'm not doing a versus against me. Yeah. That's like me going against the people that I learned from. I could never do a versus against Corey Holcomb. I watched him. I could never do a versus against Damon Williams. However many more minutes I think I got more than them now. You know what I'm saying? I could never. Them dudes is like literally like Mike Epps. I could never. It's impossible, bro. Like, but I want people to feel that same way about me. Like, yo, you can't go against DeRay, because come on, bro. Like what I did, you and it's hard to give me credit. Hard to be like, I got this from DeRay, because they gonna be like, DeRay, oh man, he's so asshole. He's so this. So it's hard to be like, you know what I mean? It's like that cousin outside. Like, I taught you how to box. When I'm outside, you can't let me go in with you, because they like, he might fight in here. So I always felt like that for a while. But once you recognize that part of yourself on your own and nobody forcing on you or telling you that, that's what I think made me, to myself, how I started viewing myself differently and watching out for my own type of flaws. But as far as like the whole, I'm supposed to be here, there's nobody on earth, you're lying to yourself if you don't believe that. And stop looking at jealousy as such a negative word. It's because the way you say it, you jealous. If somebody else said it to you, but if you're jealous, you're not jealous and motivated, then you're just sitting in a fucked up place. But if you're jealous and motivated, like I'm jealous because I should work hard enough to be in this place. I am this funny. What am I doing wrong to not be there? If I am this great, wouldn't they want you there anyway? I had a girl leaving before, and I'll never forget certain statements people said. And she was leaving, and we were riding to the airport. And I was like, she was moving back home, from trying it out with me. And I was like, yo, you don't want to, I know you want to stay here. I said, I know you want to stay here. We going to the airport. And she said, don't you think I would have made up an excuse if I really want to stay here? Don't you think I would have found a reason? I need my hair did one more time. I really want to stay here. So it's that mentality. It's like, I must like it here. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to stay here. Like either if you don't like it, you move on. And I don't want to stay there no more. I'm tired. I don't want to. I have no more excuses. Like there's no excuse for. I've been a beautiful nigga since birth. I'm hands on. I'm hood. I'm fucking whatever the fuck that swag shit's supposed to be. And sometimes that puts you in bad positions because you're overconfident. But if you weren't in comedy in this one man often sport that we play alone, that we pass the ball to when we get a chance to, but for the most part we up there on it by ourselves. If you're not confident, then who's going to cheer you on? Because y'all won't. And most of the time when I was being cocky, most of the time when I was trying to keep myself up, because if I tell everybody in this room I'm funny, I'm about to rock it, I better do it now. And I did it every time. I've never said that and then didn't do it. Right. I've been fake humble, like I don't know how I'm doing tonight. After watching this bomb, I'll be like, I'm about to tear this bitch down just to, the bitch is like, whatever. But for the most part, nah, man, never. But you would not be human if you can't say, to circle back to it, I am good. I should be in that place. That's what sports wouldn't be sports if you didn't think you should be in that. What am I doing wrong to not be in that position? And there's enough room for everybody too.
Right. I'm gonna say, right, for you to grow up in the conditions that you grew up in, it ain't no secret your mom was on drugs. You always put it out there, you know what I'm saying? To grow up in a position like that and still had the confidence to believe that I'm that nigga, you the real MVP. You feel what I'm saying? Because the easiest thing would have been to tap out. Man, my back against the wall. God don't love me. I don't nobody love me. My mom on drugs. I might can't get the clothes that everybody else. But the easy thing would have been to tap out. I'm gonna go ahead and be a crash dummy. Run up in somewhere, go to jail, get killed.
Yeah, man. I think this is gonna sound wild, man. But my mom was probably one of the most confident drug addicts I've ever met. She never was like, until, man, I'm getting to it now, but so I think a lot of that strength, bro, like, I just was mad at her for not being stronger than that. Because I remember the discussion. I don't know if I ever said this on TV or whatever before, but I remember her trying to sneak ask me about crack. I already knew that stuff had existed. And I remember she was like, they got this little drug. And I remember that first. It's like, and I said, don't do that shit. I remember that. I remember being in the kitchen and saying it. Like, it was quick, but I didn't curse. So I was like, nah, Mom, like, because I'm familiar. I'm out and about. I'm like, what's she talking about? Like, it sounded crazy. And then whatever months later, whenever I end up seeing it, but she still was like, shit still got done. And there's a such thing as a functioning addict, because I did it with my life. I did it with the loves of my life. I did it with gambling in my life. I did it with gambling about self many nights, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times we are, like I said earlier, I'm comfortable in the chaos, but a lot of us are addicted to the chaos. And I think that although that was existing, she still had this, like, I was more scared literally still of her, like, than any of the gang shit at the time. I was still worried if she locked the door. It's crazy, like, I'm gonna lock this motherfucking door. I shoot through, like, all that kind of shit. But she also, no one was like, I didn't hear it until I got a little older about the whole, like, all the things that was happening, because I think I was just kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, just moving. I'm like, I'm not going to even, I sat and talked to my aunt, who I love, Auntie Didi, and one day she just discussed people to me. And I wish I'd have listened to it then, like I can hear it so clear now. It's just like, she's still a person. And as a person, you make all these decisions and you self-sabotage. And that's what drugs, that part of it is. Like wanting to not even be here, but be here. So I never worried about my mama. Never worried about my mama tapping completely out, taking herself out, because one, she's too nosy to die like that. She's not the kind of person that wants to kill herself, because she's like, your auntie might get a new, she more worried about me buying her auntie a new car. Like, she feel like if she died, she'd be like, what you about to do for these bitches?
That's a real black mom, man.
Yeah. She don't want to die because she's too nosy to die.
Like,
no, she's too nosy to die. So I even said that. I hope that I don't get offended, or my aunties don't get offended, but they know what I'm talking about, because that's what we're dealing with lately. Like, it ain't like,
I can't go. He gonna buy Didi a f***ing car.
Yeah.
I gotta stop it.
That's crazy.
He ain't deserve no motherfucking car. I raised that boy. Oh, I was the only one raised that motherfucker. Daddy was shit. I know all of them. He said like, damn.
My sister would call me son one day. My mom was like, who's son?
You ain't get no credit for that.
That's my son. Oh my God. They so cool now. Y'all were 40 years in and this fight is over.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So she wasn't there. So I think I don't want to take away from that, like I did everything myself as far as the confidence part. Because my sisters, my brothers, and my sister taught me like the fly shit. She was on me like be fly.
Pumpkin.
Like, no, my sister Ursula. Pumpkin taught me not to trust. This is my younger sister too, as far as like trust. Like, you got a lot of motherfuckers around you. And my mama had put it, because she dealt with a lot of my moms because she was younger. Yeah. She dealt with all of it. So she's out there. So she knew, like, back against the wall with who these niggas is, who the new drug dealing niggas is. You know what I'm saying? I'm certified. I'm in. I'm like, I ain't worried about nothing like that. She's like, nah, these little niggas shooting everybody. Like, so she was the first person in that. But all my sisters, my brother, like, they was like building me into this machine, dog. And I just was able to collect the information. And I don't know if that, like, I don't know if people out there in your family could do that, but I was able to, and since I can collect information, I was put in a position of power. I felt like it's my responsibility in most cases to help as much as I could, like, on that level. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a dumb dude. I'm not gonna be like, you call me anytime, call Boots anytime, I'm gonna get it done. No, but it's the who needs it more, the prioritize and moves up. the role of mom, dad, sister, brother, people try to put that name over the priorities of what people need in their life. It ain't how it go. Your brother doing all right, you all right, my nigga. I don't want to have to worry about you. An actor told me a long time ago, I was like, you never hit me back, dog, about these. I'm trying to learn about this. It was part of the role. He's telling me to make something about acting and how I ad-lib a lot. As you can tell, I'm talking now. I ad-lib a lot. Sometimes you overdo it, but learn how. I'm trying to reach him about it. Like, dog, before we shoot again, tell me like, yo, you like me, dog. When I get to me, I'm gonna talk to you. I got so much stuff going on ahead of us that I thought I handled my brother doing this, my sister doing that. Down when I get to us, so that's what I put that in my life too. Like, who needs this shit right now? Like that becomes your brother, that becomes your cousin. Your mom's role. Your mom is good. She in the house. Auntie Tulu steps up now. She need a couch. Then that's how you keep that balance. Nobody crosses that line. You keep it right here. You got to move people back and forth within our life because all we do is say yes. As soon as y'all got this shit, y'all phone was crazy. Uncomfortable cousins, like, and the bad part is like, I ain't talked to him, but this little bit might help him. Help him ask for something else.
Yep.
That's all you did. You put that nigga in a car, now you can drive to you. Put him in a house, now you live next door. I'm telling you. Give him a car, you gotta get him.
That was some game. Help him ask for something else. Look, Wallow pointed at you. That was the best game you.
It ain't never enough.
I did my wallow in the middle of the snow the other day. It's pretty nice. Try to tag you, but I don't want to be too thirsty as a man.
You're supposed to, man.
We did I was running it out, man. It was cold as hell out there. I was doing it. No matter how cold it get. Oh my God. I was freezing out there. I was like, he be doing these for real too.
Yeah.
And guess what? That was the last one.
He be doing that shit for real.
It snowed a lot the next day and I refused to go be re-inspired. I ain't even gonna get inspired by my video. I looked at my own video.
Like you tripping.
Nah, I don't trust you.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by Body Armor. Body Armor is real hydration, real ingredients packed with electrolytes, vitamins, and nothing artificial. Body Armor has great tasting flavors like strawberry banana and blue raspberry. Not only do we hydrate with Body Armor, but some of the best athletes in the world do as well. Like Christian McCaffrey. You just seen him in the Super Bowl, right? Joe Burrow, Ronald Acuna Jr., CeeDee Lamb. You just seen me busting it up. I was playing defensive back on CeeDee Lamb down at the Super Bowl. And Bryce Young bumped in the nephew as well, gave him some game for next year, what he need to do and how he need to approach it. But there was some of the athletes that drink Body Armor. So if they drink Body Armor, why wouldn't you drink Body Armor? My favorite one lately has been Body Armor Sports Water. I love it. Can't lie. Stay hydrated with it. It really gets me through the day. Late night recordings when we out on the road. We got to do podcasts 12 o'clock at night, 2 o'clock in the morning because we don't have no time limit on how we work. We just get it done. But etc. Make sure y'all tap in with the Body Armor Sports Water too. Available in stores nationwide, but you can head over to Body Armor store on Amazon and get yours today. Body Armor.
Now, it was a thing a while back when the young comedians was coming up on social media, not saying you, but it was like a lot of people was trying to discredit them. And then now you see them just doing their thing. And it's, and I see that. I done seen you on tour with them, doing your thing, embracing them, showing them love. Did you ever feel anything personally, or was you hearing the whispers of people trying to discredit them? Oh man, if you don't do a comedy club, you're not a real comedian. That shit on the internet don't mean nothing. Like, it was a big thing, and it was like, oh, these motherfuckers funny. They funny.
This conversation is so long and in depth. It's almost impossible to get it to
making it short.
Oh man,
responding short.
Initially, in watching it, I don't like cheat comedy. I don't do cheat comedy.
What is cheat comedy?
Cheat comedy is if you've seen Comic View and then you'll do a skit to that comedian's joke. Now, the new world has never seen that comedian's joke. Mm-hmm. And here you come with this skit. And now you make all this money and you don't even shout the guy out. You don't give him no love.
You seen that happen?
Yes, I see that. I see my joke as memes all the time. When I was, we used to do this thing at Riddle's Comedy Club in Chicago where we did this game called Snaps where all the comedians talk about each other at the end. So at the end, Corey Holcomb used to kill people. He had these jokes that was like kind of like the way rappers rap now. He'd do this thing. He'd be like, "Your mom seen your mama sucking the snowman's dick. That bitch a snowblower." And the thought process. And I was like, can I battle this nigga with his own style? And then everybody's like, Damon, you can't battle with the same style. So I made a joke. And to this day, that joke this joke was written by DeRay Davis. Your mama got one eye, one leg. They call it IHOP. You've heard it. You've heard it. It's in kids' books. But nobody accredits me to it. It's in books everywhere. It's everywhere. But if you find somebody, be like, who wrote it? And somebody tried to contest it, find the nigga that did then. Because you can't. Because I'm sitting there telling you, with Corey Holcomb, and Corey looked at me that night and said, I can't believe that bullshit worked. That's his exact words. And when I was telling the story, years later, I said, we were on stage and I did this joke. And Corey, this 10 years later, he goes, the IHOP joke. So that's how I know, you know what I'm saying? It resonates within me, but I get no credit for that joke. That's why I love music. I love that I sat with Jay-Z and my brother, and all my brother's sample said was, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Ho. And Jay-Z wanted 99-1 split. And I liked how that sounded. It sounded crazy in the room. Luda, shock everybody like, the hell going on? But to me, he wanted all of what he felt that was worth. And comics don't get that. Whether the joke been retold, told before. So I felt like at that time it was happening, it was a lot of people acting out comedians' jokes. And so then I started looking more into it.
Oh shit, I never thought about that.
I started looking more into it and started seeing the guys who were just funny. And them the guys I started respecting. The original guys, the DC Young Flies. Even B. Simone, who grew into it. Just hilarious. Yeah. Beast. Writer, she listens. The people that know, that's willing to play the game, because I'm always like switching sports. Like we laugh at people switching sports. I talked to Gilly probably years ago when Eric Sermon was sending me 50 beats. When Ye was rapping to me when I'm in Miami, because John Monop had helped me get my situations in order. Was just trying to help me then. This boy rapping, and I'm like, and if I tried it, which is, not really getting into it now, but the fact how things come full circle is pretty dope. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And sorry, I got a little excited for a second. Got excited with Vultures, but I got a little excited for a second.
He was in his MC bag.
Vultures. But I think that I wasn't giving them the opportunities that I asked for, and that you learn. We grow with everything we do. In Chicago growing up, you'd be like, oh, that dude's, he's gay, he's this and that, and you be, because your brothers and everybody. Then you get around somebody and they're like, I don't give a shit about you liking me or not. I don't like you either. I like this, you like that. And you be like, oh shit. We learned.
Right.
Come on, man. Outside every day, women walking down the street from what we seeing. And I'm not gonna say, we're not gonna blame shit on music. We just talking about what we're used to hearing. Hey, bitch. Hey, get older. Hey. These women don't play that shit. Da-da-da-da-da. Why? Da-da-da-da-da. I've learned something. Now I can act different. That's why I believe in people. I believe in the reform system. That's why I believe in. Not some niggas just can't change, but you know who them niggas is.
Right.
So I feel like it's the same thing with the new comics, the guys who really want to get into it, and the people that do the research. King Batch did the research. Can't be mad. I can't be mad. It's the whole, I had to walk 20 miles to school in order to learn that shit. I get it, because I worked in the basements, man, at the comedy clubs. I did hair on top. I did in a salon. I did comedy on a crate in a hair salon. I stood on a crate, man. $5, bro. Dryers going on.
You telling jokes and shit.
So when I'm trying, yeah, man. I did one show. The dude, I drove all the way to Haydock, Missouri. 6 hours for $200, dog. These are the things comedians be like, you ain't do that. So I get that part of it. It's like, and they had to stop dancing to bring me on stage. It wasn't no stage. It's like, everybody stop. We got a comedian. That's how they brought me up. He was literally walking past me, eating wings and shit. So you feel like, oh, you ain't go through that. But shit, the women that get what they get now because they smart had to go through the Al Bundy days.
Yeah, and you gotta understand too.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear about it. I get it though. It's the same. Jordan was dunking in knees. LeBron gets his ankle massage every day. Like I wish I did have these thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Once again, Kevin Hart, get on Twitter, DeRay. Get on Twitter. I'm on Twitter. He was gone. Dan was gone on that motherfucker. I want my information out there like that. That's how the feds catch it, the Twitter shit. That's how you know how you first thought. Twitter.
Ain't got no package or nothing.
Now look at niggas. I'm sitting in court right now. I can't believe this shit. He's going live from jail now. Yeah, but I'm not mad. I'm not mad at them, man. I feel like if something's don't be so gone that you can't be corrected though. Don't be so. That's in any aspect. I started people come let me know this sounds like that. This sounds like that person. Because I can't be mad at them, and I was out here on my Mike Epps, on my Corey Holcomb, on my, you know what I'm saying, Damon Williams, on my whatever. You know what I'm saying? And if that's how they felt probably when I came in. But let's not forget the songs. What is it? Video Killed the Radio Star? Was that it? Is that the record?
Something like that.
Video Killed the
No, it was. Video Killed the Radio Star.
And it just all you gotta do is keep backing it down.
That was a classic.
Well, who sang that?
I forget. Some white lady. Video Killed the Radio Star.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by ZipRecruiter. Our friends at ZipRecruiter conducted a recent survey and found out that the top hiring challenge employers face for 2024 is a lack of qualified candidates. But if you and an employer need to hire, here's good news. ZipRecruiter has smart tools and features that can help you find more qualified candidates and fast. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter.com for free. All you got to do is go to ZipRecruiter.com/game to try it for free. Here how ZipRecruiter tools and features help you find the best people for your roles. As soon as you post your job, ZipRecruiter powerful matching technology shows you candidates whose skills and experience match it. You can use ZipRecruiter's Invite to Apply feature to send top candidates a personalized invite to encourage them to respond to your job post. Let ZipRecruiter help you conquer the biggest hiring challenge, finding qualified candidates. See why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a qualified candidate within the first day. Just go to an exclusive web address right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. ZipRecruiter.com/game. If you're trying to hire a top candidate for your job, ZipRecruiter right now. ZipRecruiter.com/game. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/game. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Another example, which I hate that I can't just let shit go. But I keep, as far as analogies go, is letting new stuff happen, even though you don't like it happening. My granddaddy, Theodore Davis.
That's a real grandfather. Nigga named
Theodore.
He had cassettes. We had beta, then he had VHS, and that was big to him to have that already. So he'd sit there and watch it. And one day I came over there with a CD player and a CD. A DVD player and a DVD. My granddad said, "What's that?" I said, "It's your same movie. It's on this." And he said, "That thing looks sharp. That thing look like it'll slice. That thing look like it'll break easy. That thing." And I'm like, "Granddaddy, I'm telling you." He's like, "I don't want to watch it."
Speaking to Mike.
He's like, "Oh, I don't want to watch it." Sorry about that. I know better too. So my grandfather's sitting there. I bring him this DVD player and a DVD, and he's sitting there. He's like, what did I say? He got the little DVD. He's like, I don't want to watch this. It's going to scratch. It's going, whatever. He's find a reason not to. I'm trying to convince him. It's like a record player. Whatever I can say to make him look at it. Finally put it in and he watched it. He likes it, but he's finding reasons not to like it still. Like, it's the same movie, but it's this. One day I bought him over there a DVD with 5 movies on one DVD player. F***ed him up. That's what they did. Like, first I was like, oh, I don't know about the internet guys. And then them niggas start dropping out the sky and doing magic shit on there. And I'm like, how the fuck did he change clothes with it? And then you start being like, oh, so then Will Smith said, you know what? I'm gonna get in this shit. Yeah. And that's when niggas like, all right, okay, we got it.
Will Smith
come on,
this
dog.
motherfucker.
Come on, man. Dog, this is a perfect example. Y'all both bars up. Bars up.
Mm-hmm.
Podcast. Look, successful. Can rap when you feel like it.
Yeah. But me, I always was a part of all the social media. From MySpace. You know what I mean? I always was on everything.
Yeah, you like Lil Duval. Lil Duval got whatever's new, he got it. That he moved like an old man. Like he moved this. If you talk to him, it's like but he got everything new. The goggles, the bow, he had that thing, whatever the thing be on the water, you be floating in the air. That kid got everything, man.
Yeah, I fuck with Duval.
Yes, we do. Now, right now, who you really feeling that came up through the internet? The younger cats. Who you feeling?
The ones I'm on tour with, DC, of course, proved itself. Man,
Mojo.
Mojo's funny.
He is a nut.
Mojo's funny, man. That's it. The people naming them, I could eat, but I don't want them. Somebody might name somebody you don't think should be like, oh shit. Don't say that name. But for the most part, I think I haven't got a chance to see some of the people that people saying, like some of the people I haven't seen yet.
Desi, without a doubt.
Desi's funny. But Desi, I felt like they were always in. I felt like they were in comedy, and they were like, "Let me do something else too."
Right.
Like Country Wayne. Like I think all those guys were like sitting in like already into the comedy game.
And a lot of these guys, shout out to them. They introduced new business models,
easily
new ways to get this paper. And it's like you got to salute them because they added stuff to even the legends could do to get some more money and revenue streams that wasn't even there outside of just going into a club. They showing you how to make money on Instagram and Twitter and this and Twitch, and they showing you all types of ways,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I truly believe that the best model for anything, whether it's comedians, the rappers, no matter basketball players, I always think the best formula is for the older guys to take the approach of that. I don't want to compete with you. I want to eat with you. You know what I mean? Because 10 times out of 10, the young niggas be looking up to the old heads.
Yeah, man.
And they be respecting the old heads. It be the old heads that be f***ing the bond up between them and the young niggas because the young niggas have no reason to hate on the old heads. Y'all came before a time that was before me. I'm not competing against you. If anything, I got an issue with my peers. The niggas I compete against, I'm not competing against you, OG. I respect you, I love you. But then the OGs don't show the same love and respect down, and that's what make the young niggas be like, man, fuck them old niggas, man. I ain't. But when you an OG and you take the approach of, no, nephew, I love what you got going on, you the shit. You remind me of myself. I don't want to compete with you, I want to eat with you. They always gonna be like, let's go, OG, I'll fuck with you because you a
gotta
legend.
see, and you also have to see because letting everybody be in open arms to everybody, and we do have this wall up. You do have this. Let's put it like this: the gatekeepers, as they say. And I've been loving how this been feeling, man.
Talk about the gatekeepers.
The gatekeepers.
Talk about that.
We are all gatekeepers of our own comfort. We do it all the time. So if somebody on a bigger scale do it to you, you feel uncomfortable. But you do it all the time. This is our gate. My Monday Rays night is my night, my show, and I want to be comfortable there. Kevin Hart does a million movies, and the reason he puts the people in the movies he wants to work with during that time, because whatever situation he had with them prior to that, and this dude was one of my best. Me and Kevin ain't no movie together, but I know how I made people feel at that moment. I can't expect you to just open your door. That is your gate to keep. That is your place of comfort. That's your bed. And when you are comfortable to let somebody into your yard before you let them into your home, that's what everything is. So just because somebody has this, that we all sit and rest in that. That's one. So I'm not knocking them saying, hey, I'm gonna take my time before I just let this person come into this world we've worked and created. Because sometimes people come in and pull the wrong Jenga out, and it's a clear way to win, and you like, oh man, I wasn't expecting that. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the like opening the door and teaching, I believe in that. I believe you think somebody could learn and be better, you be like, oh bro, I saw what you did. You rocking that shit. Don't forget about that. Or, hey man, I seen you said you ain't know who Wu-Tang was. Bro, can you please do me a favor? It's just, we're not you. We're so aggressive for what we had to fight for. We don't know the next generation don't have to fight as hard. No. So we're coming like, we're already like, yo, he did man. And your boy come through the door. Yo, I just heard your beat. On what? Shorty gun down. What? Nobody called me. Yeah. I ain't know it was your beat. I heard when I was little, I was 4.
Right.
Your brother ain't tell you? No, don't talk to him. Brother died. Oh shit. Well, it's my beat. Tell your people get at me. All right, they get at you. Tell your people get at me. All right, they get at me. Hey, little mama. Oh, hey, what's up, dog? Oh, what's up, my nigga? Hey, nigga, you told me yesterday. I got high. You know what I'm saying? It's that. So I'm saying, I know I just told a lot, but at the end of the day, it's difficult when it comes, if you're not getting information correctly, we already been fucked over by a lot of the people that control a lot of our shit. That's just the truth. Hard to get our own shit. Fighting for our shit that's clearly my voice, clearly my shit, because I didn't know what I was signing at the time. It's already that. So now you got to fight. So your only liaison to get at that person to be upset with them is to be like, just talk to them. Like, you can't talk to the boss man. So it's like, let me talk to you. You know what I'm saying? So it may come off like that. As far as creativity goes, you're absolutely right. People come through the door, some shit I ain't never motherfucking heard, but a lot of the young dudes do call you old without doing research first, though. Like literally, if I say one thing about a comedian, this dude was clearly just his mother says him. He was doing my skit as doing one of my jokes as a skit. I said, "Hey, bro, you gotta get at me, man. Holler at me, man. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, regardless of how you do it, DM one time, something. It's my. Just let the young people know. No, because you're not teaching them. That I'm trying to tell you something you don't know about. Something you don't know about, you're supposed to teach them, and that's something else we don't do as black people. My daughters are funny. They're gonna be funny. This don't have to be their job, but they need to know it. White people always pass their jobs down. I see what you want to do, and that's great. But you're gonna be a welder first too. You're gonna change this oil. You're gonna know how to fix this house. We don't do that. Oh, look at him. Look at his legs shake. He can dance. He gonna dance. That you know what I'm saying? No. Your whole life you didn't put carburetors in. You could do it with your blindfold, but you want him he gonna dance. No, he gonna do this carburetors and he gonna dance at the same time. Just so we can have that. Because we need to pass down that knowledge too. And I think a lot of that is not given to the youth when we telling them why we're mad. Why you like, you know, we seen recently like old rapper, young rapper, and it's like, I'm not finna listen to you, especially when it got to be how are you delivering information. Right. So that's all. But you're right as far as opening the door, letting young people in, letting them. But you got to teach while it's happening, otherwise. The comedy game itself dies. So you got it. There's that book, and you have to definitely say the points, the 3 steps of comedy, the 3 like the beats and how writing and it's your joke and your material and being creative and what can sound similar to someone. So that's important too. But
I understand you said the gatekeepers, they gatekeeping of, their own piece. But at the end of the day, man, if I'm somebody that come from the ghetto, right? Okay. I'm not speaking on a Kevin Hart, but just say Kevin Hart, for example. He came from Erie Avenue. You feel me? From the ghetto. Somebody like that. You know what I mean? And then you get to be, big. You get to be huge. You get to be this person. For me, if I see somebody that's up and coming, all I gotta do is think they funny. I don't give a fuck.
I want to get to what we're trying not to get into is what makes people. We were talking about earlier about good jealousy. I know what you mean though, because like I said earlier, we discussed in improv. Sometimes I don't even know if they're going to be funny. I can see potential in people. Right. I work a room where people come work and they just get into Hollywood. I often have let people on who they wouldn't even see because when I first got to the improv, they wouldn't even let me go on stage. Right. They're trying to pay the promoter, some Chicago dudes. And I told him, you have no idea who you're not letting go on stage. When I first went and hosted it, I was supposed to host one time. I got 10,000 flyers made and put them everywhere. Now you going to get rid of me now. They could have like burned the flowers. It's like, he's serious about being here. Right. So open the doors, I get it. I'm saying as far as people calling somebody a gatekeeper, from your position, you also know how to wrangle and handle people coming at you who act like you. You see him, when you go talk to them people, you're not worried when he goes, he's a lion amongst lions. You're a lion amongst lions. So our gate, the people we do allow in, I'm saying, they still our comfort though. It's still like, yo, homie like that, but the motherfucker that make you, I'm talking about the nigga that came with the nigga that sitting in the back, you can't. Of course, it's gonna be up to me if I want to help that person or not, because some motherfuckers we help, and y'all know this, man. And I mean potential like just talented. I mean, could make it out, could be all right, could be a manager somewhere, could be show them a way. Right. But man, you've opened sometimes you open that gate and you ain't that card and you've moved so far in the house, it ain't even you opening the gate no more.
But see, for me, sometimes you open the gate, right? Okay, that person don't work. That's a part of life. So that means because you tried to give a person an opportunity and it didn't work, now you go further and further and further away from giving motherfuckers an opportunity. That don't make no sense to me. Well, because if I'm just saying, if God put me in a position, right?
Yeah.
To be able to put some motherfuckers on.
Yeah.
That's the position I gotta play. I gotta put motherfuckers on. That's just how I think. You know what I mean?
No choice in my life but to do that because of me being a host, everybody I'm around. If you talk to any comedian, every time you interview them who talk to me, they're gonna say, when I have to talk to DeRay, I don't give nothing but advice, nothing but trying to understand them.
Right.
But that's our superpower and we're able to. Some people can't handle them people. So them people mad at the wrong people. People are like groceries, man. You're trying to stick a freezer in the motherfucking fresh produce. That dude ain't gonna hear your conversation.
Right.
Some people need translators. I got a homie that we all know that's a brilliant genius, music and everything. But sometimes we need a translator because some of the things that get said be probably what he meant, but if said in a different way, change a few words around, it'll make sense. And some of them big gatekeepers can't hear you. So our position is next to be like, yo, because we were talking about it.
Hear you, man.
Dog, we were talking about it, who I am and all I've done and all I've been in and all I've helped. If I was to be upset about it, you know what I mean, man? But I refuse to believe somebody's able to stop me from one. I've always had a gate, even when I had the rest of the fence.
Right.
To myself, I always have my own motherfucker. But I understand. And the people that's able to accept you, the John Singletons of the world. When John was like, DeRay, I know how he get, I know how he is. I still want him on set. No matter if anybody else feel like he might. Come on. What Lena Waithe, it was a conversation. It was nothing. She was like, yeah, I know you old young looking nigga. She was able to, some comedians I say something about and they get upset, but then you got the Naeems of the world who will call me and be like, you finally lost weight, you're fat. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, he can handle me. You know what I'm saying? We can sit here and handle each other. So sometimes it's just about that. But I know what you mean. You can handle in your gate. Some can't. So they rather not.
Because I'm all about opportunity. So if I let you in the gate and you up, all right, get him out the gate. But that's not going to have me like, oh, I ain't letting nobody else in the gate because I gave Johnny Donut a shot and he was a dickhead. No, he was a dickhead. I thought he was ready. He wasn't ready. Okay, come on now. I'm going to give you a shot. Okay, come on. Like, you got to understand.
But you know, we also don't have, that thing you're talking about, man, we also have it's not in an abundance that many of us have graduated to greatness to even put ourselves in a position to help everybody. So that's one, the people that you are helping, because them other people do it all the time. You watch one of them movies, they got cameo after cameo. A movie star, a superstar other guy would be in a Ben Stiller movie, dog, just for a day. When you see us doing that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Name me somebody, because I'm going to tell you who I am. Whether somebody with me or not, real talk, I booked you. Mm-hmm. I booked all these niggas, man. If we be in a real conversation, I've booked everybody. I've paid everybody. I've booked everybody. Comedians have never, as funny as the world want to say I am, let's say I don't even think it's me. No, I rarely get phone calls from people saying, DeRay, I'm gonna put you on the show. And every time I ask them, they're like, cause you already good. I booked all these. I paid everybody $1,000. I asked Michael Blackson, clear that nigga done definitely made over $1 million off me. And if he try to lie, I'm gonna find him. Don't play like, but he's my friend because I book my friends. They allow, and the risk he's taking is, I ain't going through the white boy. I ain't going through them people. DeRay Davis is gonna try it and risk it. And I'll be in the back sweating sometime, but counting that money down. From TSU, when I was 20 years old, throwing my own shows, so that gate we talking about, like my boy, I've many times. Right. So I don't have that fuck you mentality, but it is my gate, and I know I've been like I let this nigga in. That nigga shot me one time. This nigga set a land, man. This nigga tried to fuck my bitch in the gate. Now I'm not letting that type. I could read you.
Right.
These motherfuckers sell drugs for real. They phone been going off the whole time. They sell nothing but dope.
No. You want to know how crazy this is? This the promoter from y'all show trying to tell me that he got our passes and everything.
Oh, okay. All right, good.
You feel what I'm saying?
6, so we gotta get out of there anyway.
Yeah, but listen, let me ask you two major questions. Number one, did you ever get a visitor? During your time in Hollywood, did somebody ever come visit you and have a conversation with you?
The tax man.
No, I asked Desi this, because a lot of people don't.
He said he got a visitor.
No, this Desi ain't saying.
He trying to ask you shit to die.
No. Hey, check this out. If this all the success I got from a visitor, I quit.
Hey, listen. All right, now
I quit.
Now I got another question.
All the success.
Can I ask you another question?
Yes, please.
Now,
it's how he said it.
Did you get a visitor? We both look like what the f*** you talking about.
Is the Illuminati a scapegoat for black failure?
Holy shit. I could break that down. I'm not break it down, but I can see what you're saying.
Do you understand the question I'm asking?
I know exactly what you're saying. People say the reason I can't, that we just talked about gatekeeping, the reason I can't get here is because the Illuminati stopped me. The reason I can't get there because the Illuminati stopped me.
And the reason you made it because they
just
got a visitor.
They just gave me the ill.
Because you got a visitor.
I'm just ill, bro. Not the Illuminati. I'm just ill. That's it. That's how I got it. I don't even know I have no idea what that is.
And one more question.
But I do want to know because it sounds creepy. And it should be written into a movie for him, for real. Oh, shit, man.
What else is she last question?
No, I want to know this.
It's not to embarrass myself as far as financially. I'm a kiss keep. Yeah, what the bitch is like?
No, I'm just asking you that because, and I want to see this.
What they like, because whatever that is, that's what it is. I got it. If they came, the bitch like visitors.
Because I'm gonna say this. All right. You and Gil, and let me just get this whole question off. When you and Gil, growing up, and I just want to know, because I know what it was for Gil. Growing up in the ghetto, a light-skinned nigga that smoked $125 pounds of weed, which is bad weed, because you buying it for $125 a pound on the East Coast.
$125 a pound?
Yeah, that's bad.
What year is this?
No, but to the 71?
Was it rough? Because I know him growing up as a light-skinned nigga was rough. But was it rough for you in Chicago?
Moving, if ever there was a time when I would have imagined myself that I may or not moved anything.
No, I'm not saying moved anything. I'm just talking about some you growing up, you smoking bullshit, weed,
I don't
you're light
smoke.
skin.
I didn't smoke until 3 years ago.
All right, well, cool. All right, well, he was smoking that. Now, was it bad for you growing up?
I actually was dark skinned. I bought this later.
See, you got a visitor then.
I bought the skin.
You can't get that without a visitor.
No, I got a call from somebody who's like, yo, this Charlemagne. We about to go light.
Oh, my.
And then I just got the green eye package.
Oh, see, but did you get that's a visitor package. Because when you get a visitor, you get anything you want.
He said, this Charlemagne, we about to go light.
Now, I mean, on the way in here, there's like, you going to see, is there Wallow in there? I say, yeah, there's like, tell him that we're going to keep it up. As long as he keep it up. I said, keep what up? They said that he actually went to jail. And I said, what? I said, y'all can keep it up. He's like, man, he paying us off daily, man. I'm sick of this shit. He said it was all in that he ain't never been with us.
I'm going to say this.
Oh, is he opening the water now? Start touching random shit. Touching random shit. Well, I'm going to tell you like this, homie.
How many times you got your heart broke?
1 million.
Why?
He's a light skin. What you mean?
Daily, I guess you got me on that, man.
Why?
Oh, you think I can't win this? Watch this. Well, I got my heart broke because I just gave too much love, and I was never loved the way, the balance was always different. You know what I'm saying? What I'm willing to give to a woman and take care of her, some women ain't ready for that, to be taken care of forever, to be comfortable forever.
That's the internet shit.
You know what I'm saying? And as long as I keep doing that and let I'm willing to give my heart to, I ain't got nothing left. And that's why, because I just want to be accepted for who I am as a man and let women be as empowered as they need to be. That's what I'm here for, bro. Just the women, black queens, bro.
Did it get it out?
About to beat me in here. Why?
That's the corny Instagram. That just be on some.
And that's what I learned. So you got to learn from you.
Yeah, that's it.
He did the small eyes.
That's a light skin.
You got anything else you want to ask him, man? He got to hit the stage.
He got a visitor before.
He ain't get no visitor, man.
Hey, man. I ain't even have an address for a long time. And I'm trying not to belittle my career because I've been ridiculously successful. All I'm telling everybody out there to do is take care of the other side of things, man. Pay your bills, pay your shit on time. I would never trade my life for the world because I was doing shit. I was out and about if I had 10,000, I spent 9 that night. just to get to that D rate because people weren't doing it, comedians at all. But I'm gonna tell you it's another way, bro. And if y'all getting it on the internet or however y'all getting it, do not do it. It's important. And if I would have gotten opportunities at certain times to which I've had opportunity to go back and do crazy shit like street shit and shit like that. I think that I would have made different decisions. Like I'm really happy that I didn't. You know what I'm saying? On my last 20, go below that and try to flip that when I'm having conversations. Right. Then you look up and be like, oh shit, they got the nigga from Juice. Like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And you like, oh shit, that was about to be me. Like, so I'm glad that, and just in the midst of it, man. But I'm trying to say it without. I'm not trying to. I know I'm in a comfortable position. And I do good doing bread, but I had some bad times, man. And it's not what people think it is all the time, man. Dude, I had a brand new band. Started them up at like $160,000. No gas money. I look good. I only had got to go to the club once, dog. Like if I circle this bitch, it's a wrap.
How close was you to living on Skid Row?
In my mind, never, because I'm comfortable. But when people tell me, like, talking to people, I was never gonna be in my mind. Come on, man, too fly to be homeless. I go get a gym membership and just be working out all the time, 24-hour fitness,
Hill was
bro.
on that before.
Yeah. Think about that all the time. But as far as like,
think about that all the time.
Kurt, man.
No, that's what you just said. I think about that all the time.
I do. I think about all the time, like how close you could get to like. But I mean, one time, some young ladies were hungry, and normally I'm used to spending money. And he was like, let's go get some sushi. And I said, y'all got some sushi money? Like, as a mom, I sound like a mama.
That's crazy.
I was so broke. I said, y'all got sushi money? Yeah. And I knew. They looked at me like, oh, it's bad. Yeah. You couldn't get that moment back either. Yeah. They felt it. Yeah.
It was real, though.
Yeah, I've thrown, it's been some times where I threw some money in the strip club and I was counting my money as I threw it. I was like, what the fuck? Damn. I was broke.
That's crazy, man.
I was so broke, I counted through. No lie, I threw the bitch in there. I had a stack in my hand. I was like,
that's 12.
See, I'd have saved you. If I was there that night,
he threw quarters at bitches.
I had more
Toonies. Get a roll of quarters for $25.
No, I don't do none of that. I had motivational moments in the strip club where I talked to them and we
saw that.
I don't throw no money.
And they got to pay you after that.
Yeah. I ain't throw no money.
But listen, man.
Hold, one more before we leave. If you had to do a tour, what 5 comedians you taking on a tour with you dead or alive right now?
What, man? That pressure's crazy.
So what?
The ones that's on tour with me right now, Mike Epps, DC Young Fly.
So Eddie can't go? Red Fox can't go?
Chico Bean. He's not around and he don't want to go right now. He tired. If he was alive right now, how old you making that nigga?
108.
I'm just saying that they prime.
I wouldn't.
Bernie
then
Mac
I wouldn't
go?
be alive. Can't let you do it.
Yeah, can't let you do it.
Keep moving my timeline around.
Right, he going with the niggas that's on tour
Bernie,
with him.
But man, Bernie all day though.
Yes.
Bernie the coach.
Eddie
all day too. Eddie right now probably.
Eddie going tour is over. He
probably going. I work with Eddie. Eddie's hilarious. Eddie's fucking funny.
Martin.
Been on tour with Martin. Martin's brilliant and he talks, he shows you what the game is. He tells you every day about what you need to do other than outside of comedy and to stay focused. That's Martin.
Can Gil do a stand-up?
You right, I could do
easy.
A stand-up. What's wrong with you?
He do stand-up every...
Just
see shit like that.
Wrong with you?
Just put that on Netflix.
I just stood up.
Who's more funny than me or Gil?
That ain't even close, nigga.
Man, you want to what we calling comedy though?
Yeah,
stand-up.
You talking to strippers in the strip club looking like this? That's hilarious.
Yeah,
the preacher hands in the strip club, great.
No, we was going over some good words.
He did all that to ask the bitch for some pussy. See, y'all need to be doing this. Y'all could do better.
He lied. He lied.
What size panties you wear, baby?
He lied.
He motivated a bitch all the way out of clothes. Take them off.
The hot tub is baptism.
It was, man, I don't know what happened.
You lost it in there. You were surrounded, man.
It was a magical moment.
And he take a bitch home and scream, get everything.
He what?
He lied.
He take a bitch home and scream, get everything. Get everything. I walk past this hotel room one time, right? Listen, I just heard, Ooh.
It was him.
Yeah, right. Ooh.
It better been him. It better been him with that voice.
Ooh. So I'm like, what the fuck is he doing in there? He say, yes. Get everything. Get everything.
He lying. He lying. He lying, D.
Hey, yo, that's just so factual.
Get everything.
He lying like a motherfucker.
You can look at his face.
If it ain't that, it's close to it.
You can look at his face.
I believe you. I
You
believe
can
you.
look at his face.
It wasn't me.
But I thought it was an owl in this room. He said, ooh.
He lying like a.
Ooh. Get everything.
He lying like a living room rug.
I said,
Lying
damn.
like a living room rug.
I said, damn. Then I see him the next day. I said, dog, I walk away to your room, you screaming, get everything. He gonna say, man, that bitch cleaned me out, man.
He lying.
She ate me out, man. I said, she ate me out.
She left the room in his shoes.
He said the bitch ate him out. Yeah, she ate me out.
Lying. This man lying.
She cleaned me out, cuz got everything. He let him get over. We changed. Listen, right after that, we changed his name to Rim Brown.
He lying. He lying.
A lot of rimmers, yeah.
He lying. That wasn't it.
Ooh, get everything.
He trying to say I was.
The Who is funny.
Listen, man. Yo,
The Who is killing.
A lot of rimmers. He love a rim job.
You always try. Listen. You always try.
You never seen a rim job. He ain't like.
Hold up. He always don't stop trying to put HBOs on me. Man.
You
Don't
love
do
a
that.
Heine blowout, yeah.
Don't do that shit, man. He out of pocket, man. He lying on me.
He love a good HBO.
He said-
Fucking Heine blowout.
He lying. He lying.
Heard the water running right after that. Heard the sink running right after that.
Clean me out. Get everything.
Motherfucker lying. This boy stay putting smut on my
Man,
name.
it is just like that. Right.